Celestial blessings. My name is Helen Demetriou, and I want you to know that I love you very much. And to those who've been telling me that they miss me, I'm going to put my links where I am on Facebook into the description, and you can come and find me there and chat with me there. Sorry guys that I haven't been making many videos lately. You know that I've been setting up different websites, and I've just launched the Anunnaki Earth Council website now, and plus I have my mystery school and the pages on Facebook and the group, and so you can understand that it's difficult for me to make as many videos as I used to before. And I do miss making videos. I miss speaking to you. I miss you hearing the tone of my voice rather than just reading the text, the words, written words. That I want you to hear the frequencies of my voice and understand that I love you, and what I share with you, it comes from my heart, from the gods, from the angels, and it's filled with love. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do I know who I was in a past life? How do I know who my soul is? Am I the avatar of a certain being? Who am I? Now the thing is, I can give you past life readings, and I can see some of your past lives, but I don't always see who your soul is or what your soul is. And when I do, many times I'm told I'm not allowed to tell you, because you have to find out yourself. Because when you find out yourself, when you get to that level of finding out yourself, is a time when you can accept who you are and know what to do with who you are. And the thing is, there are so many tools that you can do. You can do courses, you can do ascension courses, you can do activations. I mean, we provide many ascension tools to help you, but this is what they are: tools that to help you to get to that place where you become a wider channel for the divine, and where you begin to ascend at a faster frequency. Now, the thing is, it doesn't matter what you do, as it's you that has to do this. Nothing or no one can tell you who you are. And to do this, to get to that place of understanding and enlightenment, it takes commitment, it takes dedication and self-discipline and a lot of meditation. And it doesn't happen fast. It can be a slow process. Yes, there are people that they're born knowing who they are or what they resonate with, but they don't always know until they're adults or in their teenage years who their soul really is, to understand why they're here. And so to understand who you are, it takes a lot of hard work. There are no shortcuts. I'm sorry, but you have to do the work yourself. I recommend tools and classes and courses. 100% I recommend you to do these things, but do not be under the illusion that because of this you're going to evolve. It's what you learn from these tools that is going to help you to evolve. They're just taking you, they're like steps that are helping you to get there, but it is you who is the one who is going to have to find out who you are. Know yourself. This is very, very important. Do not be insecure about who you are when you know. Have confidence in who you are. But I want to give you a word of caution. Now, because I am working in the avatar field, if you like, and we're talking about avatars of the Anunnaki gods or the angels, and we're talking about beings incarnating on earth in the flesh. I do have many people that that come to me and say, well, I'm Inanna, and you don't know what you're talking about. Or if I channel things, and I'm going to try not to laugh now, I will have about 10 women say, if it's from the goddess Inanna or Mary Magdalene, I'll have 10 women say, oh, let me see what they're writing about me now. Or let me see what they're saying about me now. Or this is not true. I would never say this. I should know. I'm Inanna. And I have many women saying to me that they are Inanna, or they are Aphrodite, or they're the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. What I'm not going to trample on anyone's illusions or their truths or their dreams or their beliefs or anything. But what I'm going to say to you is, many of the high priestesses of any goddess had to live as the goddess when they were in service in that past life. They had to be the goddess. They had to be the personification of the goddess. And there were many of them. And this is why, as the goddess Inanna, my goddess, has told me, that they all believe that they're Inanna or they're Mary Magdalene because they were in the order of the Magdalene, or they're Isis. And I have many women say this to me, and I try to explain to them. I'm not saying to everybody, no, you're not Inanna. What I do is I've even written an article about the daughters of Venus, which explains that because in the past life you was probably a priestess to a Venus goddess, you feel that you are the goddess on earth at this time, because anything about her resonates with you. But of course it will, if you were in service. And this was a service where you committed your life. You dedicated your life to prayer, even to sacred prostitution. You knew the stories of the gods. And this is why many of you feel that you are Inanna or Mary Magdalene. And I'm not telling you, any of you, you're not, and I'm not telling any of you that you are. There are people that believe that there are many manifestations of the one goddess on earth. I don't believe this. I don't know this. When I say I don't know, I mean that I don't believe I know what I know. So I don't know this. It's not something that I feel is true. It's your choice what to believe. I'm not stamping on your beliefs. But for me, I do not believe this. I do not know this. This is what I've been told, that that you're all, the ones that feel that you all have memories of either the crucifixion of Jesus or of things like this. It's because many of you were priestesses to the goddess, and it can be for any of the gods or the goddesses. And I do have people that can be quite... I get death threats from women telling me that I think that I'm Inanna, and I'm not, you see. They are. They're the Queen of Heaven. And if I don't stop saying what I'm saying about representing her on earth, then I'm going to die, basically. So you just see what I have to deal with on a daily basis because of this. But either way, what I'm saying is, research yourself. Do as much research as you can in the ancient scripts and in the ancient texts. Learn what you can. Understand yourself. What is your archetype? Are you a maiden? Are you a mother? Are you a crone? And the same goes for the guys out there. And it also goes for the gay guys and the lesbians out there. Are you a maiden? Are you the equivalent as a male energy? find out what your archetype is. And when you do this, you begin to understand what you're pulled to, and it just starts unraveling and unfolding for you. But like I said, it's not going to be a quick thing. You have to dedicate yourself, and there's no shortcuts. Everybody is an avatar, and I'll explain to you why. The body is a vehicle, okay, and the soul, the spirit, and I'll have people saying there's a difference between soul and spirit. I don't care. The spirit or the soul incarnates in matter, meaning it incarnates in flesh with a body. Now that body is a machine, is a robot. I know it sounds horrible, but it is driven by the soul or the higher self, the divine will of the higher self, the thelema, which is a divine will. Now you have your conscious, the mind, and the conscious mind, it belongs to the body, which is perishable. It is mortal, and there is a constant battle between the higher self and the mind. And the mind, it wants to be independent. It doesn't want to accept that it's here just to do its job and then it's going to die. And this is a big problem that people have. It is the war inside. It is the shadow, which is the mind, which wants to be independent of the soul, of the spirit. It doesn't want to align with the spirit. And then this is why there is chaos. And you have to bring order to this chaos by aligning your mind with your divine will, which is your higher self, which is what your is the purpose of your soul incarnating on earth. Now, I'm not a Thelemite. This is something that was taught to me by Aleister Crowley, even though I'm not a big fan of his, believe me, and I do not work with him. This is something people make mistakes about. I do not work with Crowley, but he gives me teaching when I ask to deal only with the most pure form, his higher self. And he taught me the meaning of divine will, thelema, that the human is constantly in conflict with the spirit. And until you align your mind, your conscious, with your divine thelema, your divine will, then you will not have happiness and balance within. Because the body is rebelling, the mind rebels, this flesh and blood rebels against what is divine. And that is the ego. Because anything that you are doing on this earth that is not your divine will, that is not your divine thelema, is an illusion, and it comes from ego. So the challenge is to align your mortal self, the created, with the creators and with your divine thelema, which is divine will. And when you do this, then you learn to differentiate what is important in your life and what isn't. So is what you're doing aligning with your divine purpose on earth? If it is not, then discard it, because it's just an illusion. It's a time waster, and it's only going to bring you unhappiness and pain. Now, I'm not talking about going out with your friends or living your day-to-day life. I'm talking about the way you live your life. And if you are following your purpose, and if you are living your thelema, your divine will on earth, what is happening within you? Know yourself. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do have many times when the gods, they told me, look, all spirit has free will, but your spirits, they have already decided your future, your destiny, before coming there, because they don't come there unless they have a plan. And Father Enki was telling me, look, you have to understand your future has already been created. Yes, you can do things, you can change things. And I said, but what about this free will? He said, yes, you chose that you was going to incarnate on earth and you was going to do this and this. You chose, that's your free will. I says, but what about if I don't want to do that? He says, who's I? Who is I? I said, me, Helen. And he says, Nanea, do you not understand that you are on earth for a purpose, to get a job done? That is a robot, that body. And everybody is an avatar on earth. They're just driving cars. A body is a car, and you have to understand this. I says to him, no, I will not accept it. And I was rebelling, and I was surprising myself. My ego was in there against the father of our whole race, and I was rebelling. My ego was rebelling against spirit, my divine Thelema. And he kept on, and he eventually lost patience with me. But I understood what I was doing. It was so that I could understand exactly what this body is and this mind is. We have to have some kind of brains in order to live our day-to-day lives, and to make decisions on how we're going to use our Thelema, our divine mission on earth. So basically, that is why we're here. We're here to work. We're not here for a free ride. I mean, it's up to you what you want to believe. But if you're listening to my videos, it's because you are aligning with my teaching, and this is what I teach, because this is what I know. Now, I also have people that say to me, I'm Ninana, or I'm Marduk, or I'm Enki on earth, and I am him, and I'm Solomon, and I'm King David, and I'm the Prince of Persia, and I'm Benny Hill, and whoever you want to be, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I can prove to you who I am. I am him, I am her. I said, okay. You told me all the things that you are, you great being you. Tell me, what do you do with this that you know? And they don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying here? They're so full of themselves that they just go round the social networks bragging about who they are, and I'm this, and I'm the king of Iraq, and I was the king of England, I'm Cleopatra, I'm this, and I did this in my life, and I'm this, and I'm that. Okay, why are you here then? What have you brought for us here? What are you doing for humanity? What are you giving to humanity? Some of them will say, I'm here to heal the world. Okay, if that's what you think, if you think that such a great soul is going to incarnate here just to send out love and blessings and pray, okay, that's your choice. Or some of them, when I ask them this question, they get nasty with me because they're not doing, I'm trying not to swear, on earth. They're not doing anything. And I'm not saying that you people that listen to my videos, you're not doing enough. I don't want to make you feel guilty or make you feel bad. Not all of you know why you're here. I'm just trying to explain to you, do not fall into this trap, because people want to feel that they're special. So they will go on and on and on about who they are and their memories, and okay, what are you doing with this knowledge? Because believe me, if you're going to know who you are, and you're him, that, her, and the other, then you come here to do something special. You've come here to make a difference and a change. I know who I am, and when people say this to me, and I've had people say to me, "Ha, who you think you are? You think you're a goddess. I'm the goddess, and you're the priestess, and you remember me, and you're here to serve me." And I say, okay, what is your mission here? What have you done with what you know? I help to heal the earth and pray for people. Okay. But what I can say to you is, as an avatar myself, I question them and I say, have you risked your life to do your mission? Have you sacrificed? Have you cried tears? Have you sweat for what you are doing? Do you rest even? Or do you not rest? What have you done? What sacrifices have you made? How can you show me that you are who you are? And of course, we're back to I'm here to heal the world. So my point is, you're all here for a purpose. There are some who have responsibilities in this lifetime that are more than others. Everybody counts. Everyone has a part to play, and nobody's part is too small. But I advise those that do listen to my videos, and that you are one of the braggers, if it is true of who you are, please do something. Be productive. Don't just go round telling everybody, listing the great kings and gods and goddesses and angels that you are. Or, you don't know who I am. I'm Archangel Michael. If you was really who, you would know who I am. Do not do this, because all that you're doing is creating negative energy for those of us who are working and sacrificing and risking our lives for our mission, and that who are working, dedicated all our hours every single day away from our families, working towards a goal and a mission that, yes, we did consciously choose to do, but we have no choice, because our higher self already made this choice. And this is not because, the gods told me. I know this because I know myself. I know that I chose to do this. I made blood oaths. I signed contracts. I know because I see it. I feel it. So that is my talk/rant about avatars. Now, communicating with the gods. People say, how do I speak to the gods like you? I want to speak to the gods like you. Okay, you know what? They're listening. You don't need some extravagant rituals to speak with the gods. They're listening to you. They can hear anything. You can just talk to them. When I speak with the gods, I speak to them sometimes as friends, as I'm having a conversation, even though I respect them completely. But just speak to them. They hear you. You may not hear them, but they hear you. Now, for you to hear them, it's a different story, believe me. It's not going to happen overnight. Again, it takes a lot of hard work. You have to raise yourself, your vibrations, to be able to get to that place where you can start to connect and hear and tune into them, so that they can send you these messages. And it might take time, but you see, what makes you persevere is your faith. Is your faith that you know they exist. And because you love them so much, you continue and you're dedicated and committed. I've seen some pagans that they don't always hear the gods, but they are so committed. They are so committed and have so much faith in the gods, their god or goddess, or their god and goddess, that they don't stop, because they love them and they want to honor them. and they continue to honour them and to perform their rituals, not to speak to them, but in celebration and honour of their gods and their communion with their gods. So it takes time. Meditation, cleanse your chakras twice a day. I keep ramming this down your throat. Cleanse your chakras twice a day. You must. If you want to be dedicated, you've got to do it. There's no other way. Meditation, cleansing, protection, doing different courses, doing different, learning different tools, research about the gods. If you're in love with one god, and I mean by you love the god or goddess, research anything that you can find. Do comparative mythology. You start to open the more you read. You just get open. You begin to blossom like a flower. And you become an antenna. You become a satellite. By doing this, by continuing to research and find as much as possible about the gods or the goddess or the god or whichever god that you are attracted to. And this is how it happens. I didn't get here. Yes, I was born seeing and hearing and knowing, but I had to work hard, but because it is my passion that I'm committed and dedicated. So if it's just a passing fancy or a phase, you're not going to make it. If you want to, you can do it. Anybody can. I'm not somebody more special than you. I'm just an example of what hard work does, what the results are. So I can't think about anything else to say, but come and check us out at www.anunnakicouncil.com. Come and join our group because we're welcoming everyone. I'd love to see you there. It's our family. We're just one big happy family. And I'll put all the links in the description. Now, I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you to all you supporters who supported me all these years when I first began making my videos and I was too mortified in front of the camera to smile. And you've been with me all this time and I love you and I cherish you. I really do. And also, hello to my new subscribers. I love you so much. Bye bye.